Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a sort of update tarot reading for EXO members about their comeback. You know, this comeback that a few months ago I did see in the cards. I did see that it was a possibility thanks to, a person in the community that was asking for a possible EXO comeback. It's just that we were talking, like when I pulled the cards, I was thinking about, OT9, like all the members, like EXO as we know it. But a lot of things have happened, so I believe that probably, it's going to be with 6 members. So yeah, let's see how they're going to do. What's important is the comeback. So yeah, let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Let's begin with the cards that they got. We start with the Star card. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands in the middle, the Eight of Wands, and the Judgment. And then I pull extra cards from another decks, and I have the card of the Magician. The keyword, it says creation. And then I pulled an extra card from another oracle, and I got the card of flower. And there's a message in this card, and the message, it says, be honest with yourself. I think that this is more like the advice for them entering, this 2026. So um, I think that is going to be a very interesting year for EXO. Besides like leaving behind, this comeback. But yeah, the cards actually that they got for this comeback is actually is very, is very powerful. It's important. It's, we start literally we start the reading with the star card. So I think that definitely it shows you that, this comeback is full of stars. There's a lot of star quality, there's a lot of stars in EXO. So they are coming back to shine, honestly. I think that the work, their work is going to be, very much like appreciated. They're going to be treated like stars. I think that they are going to give it all to shine. They're going to have their moment to shine. Um, it's just that, then we advance with the other cards, and we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles. I think that the guy's energy is very much, they are very committed, they are very determined to, this is very, this is a very passionate project for them. And with the Two of Pentacles, there's a sense of instability. There's a sense of like, they are trying to manage, with what they are being given. Probably, I don't think that is bad, honestly, that there's lacking. But the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is giving me like, like, I don't know, I don't think that even though there are stars, because we start with this card, but I think that, I was expecting maybe to see like more like king energy, a strong powerful energy. I think that maybe they are being given something exciting, with choreography, like something with a lot of upbeat, I see a lot of dancing, or probably there's this very hype kind of sound, energy. Maybe, yeah, a bit more like modern than actually what usually, EXO is known for. Probably there's something about them, maybe, trying to appeal more for the style of Gen Z. There's a lot of like probably technology, and the Two of Pentacles is them trying to adapt to these new trends, probably this what is popular now, and trying to adapt it to, to what they're going to be doing now. It seems fresh, it seems new, it's exciting. I think that the mood, the energy of them is very exciting. They feel very passionate about this. They feel like this is like a brand new beginning. and they are so determined to make it. I think that they are going to be they are going to bring out the fire in EXO. There's something about, like, I don't know if literally there's a lot of fire signs in the group, or the members that are going to be, a part of this comeback. They tend to be very passionate themselves, so there's something about their energy just coming back with a lot of force. I think that they are very excited also for this. This is new. This is something that they haven't done before, so I think that they will do their best with what they have available. um, um, with the Eight of Wands, and the Judgment, I'm thinking, like, what kind of comeback is this? Because it seems like it's going to pass by very fast. Like, it's going to be like, oh, a release or something, and then it's going to turn into something else, or maybe the members are going to, advance to their own activities, and that's it. It feels like it's going to be like a momentum, like momentaneous, like something that, yeah, we have fun, we are together, this is great, but then each one is going to go for their individual ways. um I see it like this, very, like, something spontaneous, something instantaneous, even, I would say. um I think that yeah, we have the Judgment as the final card, as the last card of the tarot reading, the tarot spread. And definitely there could be a bit of judgment coming for for them, or for this release. There's something about, like, maybe people feeling like it's not something that they would expect from EXO. Like, maybe I think that probably is the audience expecting a bit more. Um, and I think that the guys know this. The guys are really excited, and they are really putting everything of themselves, and they are trying to make it work. But probably there's something that it feels very, like, it fades, so the excitement fades away very fast. And honestly, like, with the Eight of Wands, there could be some talking. There could be people speculating, or sudden news appearing, or something that can, turn this, like, exciting project into, people maybe making, like, conspiracy theories about, like, oh, this is not my style, but I guess if they like it, if they are doing this now, I will support them, but I don't like that. So maybe it's short, maybe it's a short song. And I think that it's sort of adapted to what is trending right now, or what is new right now. It's just that yeah, people are going to, I don't know why I feel like there's something about people getting over this soon, or actually being like, yeah, this was great, let's move on. um it's not that unforgettable, I would say. But the interesting thing is the judgment that comes afterwards. There's going to be a judgment. I don't think that is about the members, because they're definitely putting everything of themselves. And honestly, they are very excited to do this together. They are very excited. It's just that, this is, they are doing what they can with what they have, honestly. Like, this is not, also with the card of the advice that I pulled, they have the Magician. So, how the Magician is also a card that is about, adapting, entertaining, trying to change forms, and sort of being like this shapeshifter, and trying to keep people entertained, and keep people happy, and energized. There's something about them bringing the energy, honestly, because probably, yeah, the mood, or, people have been very moody, or have been very, like, there's something about maybe the audience, in 2025, they had been struggling, like, like, when it comes to their opinions, or there's a lot of negativity, and I don't see that the members of that are participating in this comeback, I don't feel that they are negative. I think that they're actually, like, just, they're stars. They are in another level in their careers. They are not worried. They are not worried. I think that they somehow can see coming, can see the judgment coming, because they're sort of facing it. They are looking at it and they're like, yeah, I can kind of see it. You know, the people will say something or something will come up as quote unquote as news, but they don't care. They're just like living the moment. They're enjoying themselves. They actually feel very energized, very motivated to do this. But yeah, they are like, yeah, you know, then I will go back to do what I do, maybe individually. But the magician is this, you know, the keyword says creation. So I think that for them, you know, this is something about them keeping the creation or the creative process alive in EXO. For them, it's more like, yeah, let's continue working. Yeah, you know, the ones that we are, or with what we have available. Yeah, this is our piece of creation for you guys. I'm sorry if it's not perfect, or I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted, but we are, you know, we are adapting. These are new times. You know, we have different circumstances. We are different individuals. So, you know, I think that with the magician, it's like them going back to them being entertainers and being like, it's showtime. Let's do this. Let's do this. We will create this for you and we will deliver it to you. We hope that you appreciate it. We are having so much fun. We hope that you do too. But then release it. You know, when you release it to the universe and you are like, okay, then you guys with this, you do what you please. But yeah, this is us giving a piece of our creation. The energy of them also feels very playful. They also don't want to get, you know, stuck in negativity, nor, you know, comparison, or they are not functioning like this. I think that the members are very practical. They are very for them this is like a happy reunion. You know, they are so excited. They are so excited. They are so proud of themselves also. They're like, wow, you know, it's been a while since I've done this style or this kind of music or choreography. I think that it has a lot of choreography. So there's something about movement, you know, and them feeling like, wow, I haven't done this in a while. So it's interesting, you know, I to get my body moving like this, you know, especially with the page of wands in the middle. But for them, this is great. This is great. So yeah, no one is taking that from them. And also, you know, starting with the start, definitely we have to talk about, you know, the impact of EXO and how EXO is like a group of stars. So, you know, they have the fame already. So it's not like they're looking to do something like groundbreaking or just, you know, broke records or whatever, you know, people ambition about. They don't need to do that. They're just having fun and trying to, you know, learn something new about, you know, what is important in the business right now. Things are very different for them. It is like a whole change. It's like a whole awakening for them. So this is why they are also very open to hear if there's judgment or criticism. They're open to hear it because they're like, yeah, you know, I like bring it on because I am doing my best, but I don't know what you guys what is the vision of the people today about, you know, what is talent, what is not talent, what is good, what is not good. But they don't feel it like, oh my God, it's a personal attack. Not at all. And this card that I pulled from the Oracle, you know, I pulled aside the card from an Oracle and the keyword, it says the card is called Flower. And the phrase in this card, it says be honest with yourself. And this card I pulled specifically, you know, to see, you know, how 2026 is going to be for EXO as a whole, you know. And of course I'm going to do the 2026 readings for the groups. I'm going to release this very soon. I'm going to start because there's a lot of groups, but you know, I pulled this extra card specifically for them in 2026. And it's very interesting because, you know, the phrase, you know, this phrase of like, be honest with yourself. You know, I think that 2026 is going to be a year where they're going to be, you know, there has to be like a sort of facing of that things are not the same, that, you know, that they have to be really honest about their intentions, about how, if they want to continue, how they're going to continue, if everyone is on the same page, what each person wants, and if the other part agrees. I think that 2026 is going to be a very important year for decision making for EXO's future, because I don't know if there has been some dishonesty among the members, or there's just people that are not honest. Like when the time is important, or when they have this important meeting, or there's something about certain people holding back their true opinions, and not saying it out loud. So somehow this card from the Oracle is all about honesty. It's all about like not holding in anymore. Like just say it, release it. Be honest. Be honest. What are you going to do with EXO? Because with sort of being in denial, and avoiding certain conversations because you're like, oh no, this is awkward, I don't want to talk about this. I think that 2026 is going to be a year where they're going to be pushed to have to say, to face certain truths, and I honestly think that there's people that they need to tell things to each other's face. I would say there's a lack of honesty from some people, and there's others that maybe they are maybe a bit brutally honest, but there's something about honesty, and I think that this is sort of like impacting the group. So I think that for things to be fair, and for them to reach to an agreement, there has to be a meeting, or something where all of them are included, all of them are present, and each one of them sort of delivers or expresses their point of view, what they want for the group, what they're willing to do for the group, what they are not willing to compromise. I don't know, I think that this is something that is coming for 2026, because um there's people that I think that there's members that maybe they are not being honest with themselves about the reality of the situation. So you cannot postpone it anymore. There's something that needs to be done. There's certain decisions. So it's like you cannot be hot and cold, or you cannot be in the middle anymore. You cannot be escaping all the time. Either uh, you are part of EXO, or you're not. Like this. I think that it has to do with the future of the group, also with the stability of the group, with the name of the group. I think that this is this that they're doing. The six members. If this is a comeback of six members, I think that this is their willpower, honestly, to keep the creation process going. But it shouldn't be like this. It's either with all of them, or not without them. Like there has to be certain conversations. I believe from what I'm seeing in the cards. Like you cannot be. There's something that I think that with a group so popular, and such stars, that the impact that EXO has. You cannot be, just like what I was seeing when after the star card, I saw the Two of Pentacles and I saw the Page of Wands, and I was like, this comeback is happening because there's certain people that actually they are putting their energy and their willpower to show up and do their part. But it shouldn't be like this for a group that is so important. And also the Two of Pentacles is giving me like less notice, like, oh, I just find out that I have to go into the practice room, or I just find out that this is how we're going to do things. I don't think that it's not the fault of the members, it's the fault of whoever arranged this. And I think that there's something about that if you participate in something like this, you are sort of accepting that they give you this sort of like last minute arrangement, last minute um, creation, I would say, last minute. It feels like it was done. The people that created this, they did it very amateurly. They did it sort of like not having, you know, um, And there's something that is very interesting, because I think that, this is why misunderstandings happen, because they don't reunite the whole EXO. They don't reunite. They maybe talk to a few, and then they talk to others, but then, they talk behind other people's back, or they talk about them when they are gone, and I think that this is damaging the group. I think that this is why, the kind of honesty, like, if this is going to continue like this, there has to be some, some honesty coming out, because um, there's something in here that it feels very fishy, and I don't think that is EXO members. I think that is the management, and and there's a lot of things done in the air, like this, and this is not worthy for a group like EXO. Like, EXO deserves more. EXO deserves quality. EXO deserves to be addressed with respect. All the members. So yeah, this is the feeling that I'm getting. This is why I think that 2026 is going to be, a very important year for them to decide, like, okay, what is it going to be? But yes, without, people middling in, or without any interruptions, or without, misunderstandings. Let's just be straightforward, and just let's talk. Let's just I don't know how you say it in English, but it's like, let's expose, ourselves. Let's get to the bottom of things. Let's be honest. Like, what do you want? Or what do I want? Let's be honest. Let's say it to each other's face, and let's see if we can come up with a result. But yeah, guys, this is all I have for them. I hope that you enjoy this. And if you are fans of EXO, I would appreciate your feedback. And also, if you know maybe something about them, or, the comeback, I would appreciate also the feedback, because, I'm not that into, their activities. I don't know much. So maybe if I'm missing a point or something, I'm always learning. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.